No mai haere mai keepers Pulman Arena here in Takanini, Auckland. And I'm joined here by Steve McInnes from Australia, and we'll be your commentators this afternoon for the third and final test of the Under-23s Trans Tasman Cup between New Zealand and Australia. Steve, you would have seen yesterday's games. What are your thoughts on today's?
Yeah, it will be another real tight tussle. I think Australia only pulled away in the last quarter against New Zealand yesterday, so New Zealand led for most of the game, and see if Australia can rectify those issues they had with the feeding circle. They've started with some changes already, so Jordan Webb was in wing attack, about to take this shot now. Misses it. Callum Brown with the rebounds. So they've put him in the goal circle instead of that wing attack feeding role. So see if that makes a bit of a difference to their penetration today. Hines now, nice ball. Reset. New Zealand were really patient yesterday with that ability to reset, and it really frustrated the Australians, I feel.
Yes, you can see that they've started with the same line on attack the New Zealanders. Great ball there.
Yeah, Kitchen and Dodd did really well in that goal circle for them yesterday as well, and he gets his first. Saxon Hay in centre has been playing mostly in the wing defence role.
I was about to say that. And so, outstandingly there.
Yeah, so a different role for him as well, a little more attacking now today.
Do you think that might be because the series is gone, or is it just being able to put players out and playing areas that they also can play?
Might be Coach Brian Lyons is just going to rotate a little bit today and see what happens. Oh, close to the line here. And out of court, Australia's ball. Yeah, just try some new variations. See if Australia can get the lead, and if not, he might go back to what he started with the other couple of days.
Tried and true.
Yeah, 3 games is not very much to rotate 12 players, so it can be hard sometimes.
Yeah. As much as you want to get everyone out in test match experience, unfortunately, it's not the reality of international sport.
No,
especially men's and mixed netball.
They are always tight games,
far and few between to get on the court in the men's and mixed arena.
You see in the under-20s, it was a 3-goal game, a 2-goal game, and a 1-goal game.
Yeah.
2 of them to Australia. The last one just before this, the 1-goal win to New Zealand. So
you never want to go through a whole series 3-0. Been on the side of giving those and receiving them, so
yeah, absolutely. Pring, nice ball there, good pick up for him. Connects to Jordan Webb and Jacob Sell. Ezra now down on that line as well. Yeah,
just too much room for the Australians down there. New Zealand sitting back too deep. Great take.
Yeah, Saxon Hay held that for a long time. Didn't know that was going to get there then. Brown hits another one. So he's 3 straight. Good start for the Australians. Webb doing as much centre pass receives as he was in wing attack while he's in goal attack. Quick bounce pass there. And nice little flick out to Brown.
Yeah, New Zealand wanted to look at that, seeing as how he was wing attack. May not have the shot just yet in the game.
Hayes with nowhere to go.
Oh, very lucky on that one.
Yeah, Saxon punching forward. Dodd now just working with Hayes on circle edge. And Kitchen lays. Oh, doesn't lay that in. Commentator's curse as soon as I called it. Heavy contest on rebounds. These boys are up for everything at the moment.
Yes, and our umpires for this afternoon's match, Joel Owens and Zach Middleton. Reservist Matthew Davis.
Yeah, they're letting the contesting go really quite well at the moment. Hasn't been too many calls out of court here, so full court transition coming up for Australia. Rob King, Saxon Hay, very close to that transverse line, too much on that. So that's a lot of what happened yesterday with this game. The Australians threw a lot of ball out over that that attacking baseline of theirs.
Yes, I think it might have been the story with the 20s this morning. Their own worst enemy on attack.
Yeah, just trying to go a bit too fast, do a bit too much with those long balls. So New Zealand with the chance. They are 1-4 down. Oh, somehow managed to pull that one in. And Kitchen gets another. Australia centre pass. Saxon Hay to get us restarted. Tia can't get free there. Gets the second phase ball though.
Really good to see that there's not been much whistle either. Allowing the players to just get out there and play.
Oh, great read. Great come through there by the goalkeeper for New Zealand.
Just as you was watching at home, you might remember Kyle Owen from the New Zealand mixed team at the Cadbury series. As New Zealand fumble it out over the sideline.
Yeah, a little bit of nervousness there. Probably would have normally pulled that ball in, but just fumbled it out over the sideline. Saxon Hay free on the circle edge. He's got options in backspace there. Callum Brown, nice mid-range shot for him. Oh, it's going to be a penalty, so he gets even closer, puts it away for his 5th straight. He scored all the goals so far for Australia.
Yeah, Australian just not keeping their vision long. Kitchen was alone there under the goalpost. Just like
Yeah,
to see
they
them
let that
full
ball go
turn.
yesterday.
Yeah, like to see them full turn and use maybe a couple of fakes there.
Pring closes down nicely on Dodd. Callum gets a pick up. Saxon, hey, jumps from transverse line to circle edge.
I think
That was
more
pretty.
a triple jump than a netball jump.
And finishes off. Another one for the Australians. So they're on fire early.
Yeah, New Zealand's just sitting back in a box defence. You can't afford to do that against Australia. They'll pass the cut on top of you, just like that passage of play there. And like that, the score is out 7-2 Australia's lead.
Yeah, so the Australian coaches will be much happier with this. They did not lead at all, Australia, until the last quarter, last game. So they'd be happy to be back on top and leading from the front. Nice ball in there to Kitchen.
Yeah.
Finishes off.
Jill and Dodd doing a really good job of drawing the front space there and leaving it one-on-one on the base.
Tia now just working with Webb. Saxon Hay there finding himself nice and free on circle edge. Back ball, almost out of court again, saved by Brown. And going to be a free pass inside circle here for the offside call. So 2-on-1, doubling back. Webb sweeping front. Oh, probably could have just pulled that in rather than touching it down to himself. A long shot. His first for the game. Oh, look at that elevation.
Yeah.
Jacob Searle comes through as well. That's the thing with a high ball. There's so much time for these boys to have a fly at it. Two of them had a go.
Yes, and if you've never seen men's mixed netball, get down here to the Pulman Arena and see it, because there's nothing better than live netball.
It is very, very aerial and very, very fast, isn't it? Pring now, outlet to Webb. Tia goes short to Webb, and nice little ball over the top. Balance is there for Brown on the baseline.
New Zealand will be wanting to change something here, whether it be off-court substitution or an on-court change, but definitely something needs to happen. Australia having it all their own way down this attacking end. As I say that, they have to go back to the halfway.
Yep. Very long reset there. And Pring, Tia, Webb, all working wide to Hay. He pulls that in again with that great elevation of his. Not sure about that bounce pass on circle edge there.
Yeah.
Not a fan of mid-court bounce pass.
No.
Into the circle, absolutely.
Not when your mid is 5'11". Maybe a flat chest pass.
And Brown hits another for his 9th straight. So done the main bulk of the shooting for the Australians. New Zealand will want to try and shut that down if they can.
Yes. Australia are in double digits. New Zealand only with the 3 goals and throwing it straight to the Australian wing attack.
Bit of a loose ball there. Tia picks it up. Hay patiently now. Circle edge.
Yeah,
Ball side. That one doesn't go though.
Yeah, great. Carl Owen showing his jump there.
New Zealand now. Oh, really have to work this out. It's going to be a throw in. Brown just couldn't reel that one in.
Yeah, Australia filling the middle here. It'll be interesting to see what the New Zealanders can do.
That's actually contact on court. Must be a little bit of pushing off there. Reset now. New Zealand struggling through a zone for a change. Usually see it the other way around.
No, Australia's, that zone's beautiful.
Good pop over. Pring gets up.
Oh, very unlucky on that one. I thought he
Yeah,
had
it takes
the
a
ball
bit too much
first,
body
yeah.
probably though. And Kitchen puts that one in for his 4th. Done all the scoring for New Zealand so far. Dodd hasn't put one up. Dodd did that really well yesterday in the second test match.
Yeah,
I feel like chipped in with shots when needed.
Yeah, just enough to draw the defence off and open it up a bit more.
Australia stuck on transverse line now, finding pocket ball to Tia. And Webb walking it in a little bit. Not too far, mid-range. Bang.
Nothing but net. Like New Zealand's full turn off the centre pass. It's the 3rd ball Safari's got looking across the court rather than down.
Yeah, it just messes up all the timing when not looking down the court first. It's really the best place to go to try and keep that flow. Australia with possession, working through this mid-court now. Oh, yeah, carry there.
That's definitely a step.
Yeah, Searle had the ball on the ground and then jumped, so that's going to be a step. Pring not afraid to come out the circle and have a go at something. Leaving a 2-on-1, so Rob King's going to have to dance around, see if he can confuse some space here.
Yeah, and a really odd setup for New Zealand with a 2-on-1 setup there.
And Kitchen 5 straight. No missed shots so far this quarter. Shooters doing really well at each end. It's just a matter of New Zealand not having as much ball as Australia so far.
Yeah, absolutely.
And forcing that one. And Saxon Hay, great effort there. Just to have a run at that. Gets the contact call. Even though we went miles offside. Oh, great work.
Crosby with the tip and chase.
Great hands there too to reel that one in with some disruptions from Tia Tia.
Yeah, and again, New Zealand, lovely punch through the middle, but again, all on the sideline. Like them to centre up the ball.
King with the scraps at the back. That was a long
Yeah,
pass in hope there, really.
2-on-1, I think that was a bit of pass out of frustration.
To the pocket in Webb. Nice ball to Brown. It reels it.
Down.
It's a nice quick release. It's really hard to stop. It's good angle on it too from that side. That's better. Circle edge now.
Yeah, about the only straight line New Zealand's had this whole quarter.
Oh, the Australians stay nice and still, and Kitchen pushes through. So his first real mistake for the game. He's done pretty well with the ball he's had. 5 straight goals, and now the offensive contact. Not much happening for the Australians here. New Zealand got that centre channel locked up, and easy take. So picking the balls off. This is where they struggle though, just getting it down to score.
This mid-court transition here. Lots of squaring and resets. I think they just need to chuck a couple more offensive moves to lose the defenders to get it down the court.
There we go. There's a good ball to space. Lays that one in. The Australian centre here, and this ball makes it back to the circle. Here we go. One option and not used.
No.
Someone else needed to come for Australia then as well, because Tia Tia was definitely covered. It's that little short shovel pass to get circle edge. Dodd can't control that one, but Kitchen at the back misses a shot. Hits the second, gets his own rebounds. It's good work under the post from him.
Oh, soft contact.
Yeah, they don't want to be contacting outside the circle there, so 2-on-1.
But unfortunately, New Zealand set nothing up and Australia get the numbers back on defence.
Double jump. Oh, nice rebounds by Pring. Saxon Hay opening up the court there, then back into the central corridor, forcing that in, but getting the contact call.
Just would be nice to see some of these players use fakes or a no-look, just telegraphing some of this passing here.
Yeah, held ball there. Yeah, and a few passes going to the knees or below the hips and those sorts of things. We want to keep that ball up and transition as fast as we can.
Especially in Test 3, really surprising that it's that those minor mistakes are still happening.
Yeah, they haven't been ironed out yet by the teams. Dodd, there you go, his first shot for the game. Chips in nicely there, late in the first quarter. New Zealand have come back pretty well here, 8-12. Good swing and open. That's going to come off the Australian hand. Saxon should have pulled that one in. See what he can do to get it back. Webb now standing out with the penalty.
Yeah, Australia doing a really good job of contacting high up the court, slowing New Zealand's ability to get the ball through the court.
Hayes needed to balance there. I think an Australian hand's been on that though. So they managed to keep possession. Just probably rushing a little bit now. They've got heaps of time.
Yeah, placement's just not on Davis attacking end.
Yeah, King rolls the right way and gets that. He's stepped on himself though and puts himself under pressure. Here we go. Wide corridor near us now. Everyone's on top of the ball though. Needed some extra width. There's Webb cutting and driving again. Brown stepping to backspace. And offers there. That ball's going to go out of court though. Another one for Australia out of court.
Just like to see both the shooters change their angle from facing the goal line to on court, giving themselves a lot more room to get the ball, a lot more space to get the ball rather.
Yeah, and often that front ball could probably be given and then the shooter to shooter rather than that long ball from circle edge to the shooter at the back.
I think that's a downfall. A lot of shooters, a lot of middies want to put the shooters into space, but often that front shooter can make the best pass from just inside the circle. Yeah.
It's much shorter, much safer. You see the New Zealanders do that quite a lot, that short shooter to shooter stuff.
Great, up to go back there.
It's very short, but it's very safe. Brown with another shot there. So he's hit 11 straight. 22 seconds left on the clock in the first quarter.
Yeah, New Zealand really loving that bounce pass down the end.
Absolutely.
Don't know if that comes with the floorboards as fast.
Oh, he's missed another one. Dodd with the rebounds though.
Oh, 5 seconds.
And that's going to be time.
That's going to be quarter time. So there you go, whānau. 13-8 to Australia with the lead for 5 goals. We will see you back in a couple of minutes with the second quarter of the Trans Tasman Cup. No mahara mai whānau ki Bruce Pulman Arena in Takanini, South Auckland, Tāmaki Makaurau, Aotearoa. You're joining us for the Test 3, Quarter 2 of the New Zealand Under-23s taking on the Australian Under-23s. Steve, what can we expect in the second quarter here?
Well, I'm hoping New Zealand will just use that possession that they're getting a fair bit better. The problem was that they were getting ball, just not getting it all the way down court and actually able to score. So I think they've probably, there's a 5-goal gap at the moment. It probably could have been 1 or 2 maybe if they had just scored a few more of those. That's just a bit of a patience. They fed a few quite long because they were getting frustrated with Australia's ability to fill space and get back defensively. So if they're just patient, reset one more time maybe, then space will open up and we can see this game really tighten up for us. Yeah,
and it's been fantastic to see the Australian Under-23s using a full-court zone. Something that's not traditionally tied to the style from Australia men's and mixed, but
normally Zealand, more one-on-one.
Yeah. So hopefully the coaches for New Zealand have addressed that and they can get through the zone that they should be much more comfortable playing up against.
So one substitution for Australia. Jack van der Velde is on at centre now and with the ball in his hands at the moment as we speak. And out of court there. So first mistake from Australia. Oh, good touch by Tia. Gets that ball back for Australia. Webb working down the side nearest to the commentators. A little bounce pass in to Brown. And he finishes off. He hasn't missed a shot in the first quarter. He was 11 from 11, Brown. Big target there for Australia. Yeah, Vandervelde just not clearing space for that landing room.
Yeah.
Must allow the player with the ball to land safely.
Yes. In New Zealand, we call that a 1-1-1. I think it's 0-0-0 in Australia.
It is, yeah. Absolutely. Oh, just lobbing that ball straight to King.
Yes. I mean, I must say, when I play goalkeeper, I don't get any passes anywhere near as easy as that one.
Yeah, that was an absolute freebie, wasn't it? Like a little bit more whistle already from the umpires here.
Yes.
Than there was in the first quarter. They let it flow a fair bit. Brown now gets that flick in. Misses another shot. A couple of misses for Australia.
Yeah, it might be Joel Owens being the Australian umpire allowing a lot more stronger challenges.
New Zealand keeping possession. Not many options though. Webb nearly gets his hands to that. Strickled off the feet there of New Zealand. And Vandervelde cleans up. Good little tip and follow from him.
This is under 23 team for New Zealand on attack, stationary, sitting and waiting. And you can't afford to do that against any Australian team.
Yeah, Brown pushing off there, so offensive contact from him. Bit of a rough start. Missed shot, offensive contact for him from 11 straight in the first quarter. New Zealand now working well. Nice and patient. There's a couple of kick balls around the transverse line. Another one again. Dodd coming out.
Great placement there by Dylan Dodd.
So we have seen a change for the Kiwis as well, because Dodd is in wing attack. I just noticed, wasn't goal attack.
Yep, no, we haven't been given that. But,
haven't been given that slip.
Brian Boys is on goal attack as well for the New Zealand under-23s.
Oh, another little flick in. That's picked up by the Kiwis.
That's
Good
a
drive.
Much better through court.
Yeah.
And then Australia hold New Zealand up.
Yeah, they just need that earlier connection in that attacking end, and that ball would have been down and probably scored by now. Good ball over to Kitchen. Gets up and puts it in. New Zealand's first goal for the quarter. Long look. King gets up. Just tangling feet there. Hines and Searle. So contact call, oh no, offside call. Offside call against Australia. All the way back. And Jacob Searle just can't get there fast enough. He probably should have tried a little harder. He looked like he was just a bit casual on that one. Thought maybe it was already out.
Yes, and any coach will tell you, go until the umpire tells you not to.
That's right. Absolutely. Make him blow that whistle. Ryan pushing through there from the goal attack. He's going to have to come back and stand out.
Yeah. Unfortunately, Dylan Dodd just taking the wing defence across to boys who had the ball.
Webb, Tia resets. No one coming forward. Who's coming forward? There it is, but bad hands there.
Yeah, Swartz with the pick up. Stefan, another player that was a regular fixture in the Cadbury series for the New Zealand mixed team.
Oh, there's a nice ball in. The good swing by the Kiwis to get that ball wide and then straight into Kitchen.
Yeah, nothing off the second phase here from New Zealand.
Oh, off the feet, picked up by New Zealand. Good transition, looking. There it is.
There we go, yeah.
Didn't know he was going to look in then.
I thought it was going to be a reverse pirouette. Oh, just some effort there from Lachlan Cosby. I think it was a flat pass. Just a hand up would have kept that in.
So Australia need to score this. It is actually 3-1 to New Zealand. So it's a good start from them in this quarter. I want to cut down that lead that Australia had. Webb puts that in nicely.
That's the way to do it. And Australia sent a pass to follow. Kyle Owen, yeah.
Nice.
Massive smile on Kyle's face then.
It was a great read, great pull in there. It's going to flick all the way back. Vandervelde for Australia though, picks that up. Opening up the court now, using that full width, that far sideline from us in the commentary box. And Tia top of circle now. Webb working short, little give go.
Good shooter to shooter.
Yeah, there's that shooter we talked about, much safer. Nice pick up by New Zealand. Yeah, it's going to be a contact call. So 3 missed shots already for Australia this quarter. Got the yips under the post a little bit.
Yep.
Nice work by Dodd, getting that ball wide. Short feed, rebound.
Great rebound by Connor Kitchen. And New Zealand centre pass to follow.
Oh, and again. Contact call.
I know that they can draw the call there, but player safety, you know, that's also
becomes paramount a bit, doesn't it? Yeah.
Person passing the ball can also pass to a bit freer space.
So here's a switch for Australia. Gurmech is going to come on for Brown in that goal shooter position. Straight swap.
Yes, you can see that kind of coming with a couple of missed shots and 2 offensive contacts in that period there.
Shot there by Webb. So very small circle now for Australia. No big target.
Yes, but New Zealand not using their big target.
Yeah, big target in. So see how this circle rotation goes down here for Australia on this attacking play. Something a little bit different. They've always had a big shooter in there for most of the other tests. It might have been Ben Ryan instead of Callum Brown.
Yes, I think it was.
It's a long shot.
Oh, very unlucky score there.
Great elevation on those rebounds. Just getting a bit of body from the Kiwi defender. Oh, elevation again. Can't quite tip that one though. Working back, King and Pring combining. Webb to Vandervelde. And, pushing that wide. Gurmech cuts it down. Webb, the quick footwork and split on the baseline. That was very quick. So Webb with his third for the quarter.
Yeah, I'm still not comfortable with them feeding this ball back to Stefan shots the way that they are. I know that he can land it, but I think they could do a better option on the tackle for centre pass there.
Oh, Hines follows up his own ball and puts it back into a better space that time.
Great cross-court pass there.
Nice quick release there.
Good deflection.
They're always nice to get.
A 10 is something, but the deflection on the release of the shot is really special.
Yeah, that's going to be overturned. Good awareness there from the umpire. Nice easy release to that transverse line for Australia. New Zealand just trying this little box zone here on the circle edge.
Yeah, which doesn't work if the centre goes chasing the Australian centre across.
Oh, offside. That was good footwork though. Got a clean jump at it.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, nice. Great work.
Going to have that if they had the back space. And this is the area of concern. Yeah, unfortunately, same foot hot. I'd like to see New Zealand go to a set piece on their throw-ins or their turnovers from the back here. There's obviously not a lot of structure.
No, it's just a bit random, isn't it? They're all just trying to read off a bit and then not creating probably enough space for each other and getting bottled up by the Australians.
So much passing and cutting in the game of netball you can do.
That's right. It gets very fatiguing, all those repeat efforts.
Yes. And the older you get, the smarter not harder.
Yeah, that's right. So Gurmech with his second for the quarter. Australia up by 4 still.
Too low on the release from Dylan Dodd.
Nice split there. Undefended. Gurmech puts it up. He's got himself into the game nicely with 3 straight goals. Webb looking very directed. It doesn't come off.
Yeah, again, I'd like Hines to turn full turn, catch first, but on the next one, full turn and look down the court.
I think he's going a bit faster than most of the other New Zealanders. Just needs to probably slow up and play the same pace as everyone else.
Absolutely.
Oh, nice. Probably unnecessary use of the post there for Webb, but gets himself another 3 seconds and puts
showing you
it
all
in.
at home the new rule change. Now with the short pass rule, you can go back to using the post.
Ezra having a fly. Dodd doing that work, looking back. No options on in the circle. Kitchen comes out now. That's where the Australians want to keep him if they can.
Again, the same thing on attack as defence for the under-23s. I'd like to see them go to a set piece and just run off that and see what options they have rather than just running willy-nilly down the court.
Yeah, good shot there from Bose. It's his first for the quarter. New Zealand haven't missed a goal this quarter. They just haven't got it in there as much. High ball. Oh, good contest in the pocket by the Kiwis. And this shot there from Webb, good rebounds.
And Lachlan Crosby, yeah, unlucky. It's a toenail over the sideline.
Yeah.
Great footwork there by Stefan Swartz.
New Zealand always sideline options here.
Yeah.
Having to go back very short. Tia doing his best to cut those off. Here we see that mid-court bounce pass again. And reset. Dodd coming back out. Oh, just the hands. Bit of placement as well there.
Yeah. You just want great pass.
Yeah. Off the hands of the Australians last there. So.
Well read by Kyle Owen to get that throw in off the Australians.
Yep. Chance to try this transition again. See if they can do it any better. Dodd in the centre of the court now. Good work by him. Only one short option. Nothing else much on. And umpires found a contact. Dodd having to chase. Oh, good balance right in front of us.
Yeah.
Unfortunate for
That's
that
going
not
to
to
happen
come
when
off.
you go across court.
Didn't really have much option with the balance he had though.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it's very tight to going offside as well. That's a bit easier for the New Zealanders.
Yeah, much better.
Couple of passes in.
With a direct second phase, makes the goalkeeper come out or at least commit to something.
Coming up on half-time, 2 minutes 20 odd left on the clock here. Nice shot by Webb, keeping Australia in front by 6 goals now, so they've extended their quarter-time lead of 5 by the 1.
New Zealand have to go all the way back. Much better.
Hear the crowd yelling, get to the circle edge, and Safari Hines does that very well. And the shot's in. Boys, second shot. New Zealand haven't missed.
How much do you think at Test match level could you afford to have goal difference going into the half time?
Oh,
What would be the biggest you would go into it with?
the biggest. I mean, going with as much as they can from the Australian point of view, but 6 is a lot. Then Australia put 9 on them in the last, so we know Australia can score really, really fast. Probably a little slower without the big guys on court, and now that they've got the little short circle, because it takes a few more passes, so it takes a bit more time. I think the New Zealanders, though, they can probably chase down, 5 or 6, and make this a really tight contest, because it's only 1 or 2 turnovers. So, and there's a good ball in again from that pocket. So back to the quarter-time score, 5 goals.
Yeah, head collision there.
Yeah, Vanderbilt a little bit slow to get up, and maybe a blood nose as well here. So we definitely have time held and some blood on court, and it's going to have to go off and get that nose seen to. See the paper towel coming out.
Yeah, that'll be a real loss for New Zealand. Stefan Swartz doing a really good job on attack for them, receiving probably 90% of their centre passes.
Yeah, conveniently though, it is a half-time break, so we'll get the 8-minute break roughly to try and get that to stop. Unfortunately, when you're running around, the blood's pumping in. It's hard to get a blood nose to stop.
Then if there's a migraine, there'll be no aspirin for him.
Oh, too easy there on that restart. Gurmich misses, but
Yeah.
great rebounds. No boxing out.
We were talking earlier, the defensive rebounds have been missing this series.
Yeah, it's one thing the New Zealanders can definitely do better in that circle,
Yeah, absolutely.
especially while there's two short players in there. Yeah, that's really... Oh,
Yeah.
offside call. There's a little coach killer.
Yes, stepped into the centre
Australia
with the
losing
right
possession. Yeah, you got to pretend that transverse line extends along outside of the court and not go over it. Short there from circle edge. Nice shot. Boris does well. And time.
Just like that, Barney, we're at the half-time of the third test for the Under-23s Trans Tasman Cup. Australia leading 25-20. We will see you shortly in a couple of minutes. Harima Keepers, Pulman Arena for the Trans Tasman Challenge between New Zealand under-23s and the Australian under-23s in the final test of the series between the two teams. Steve, what can we expect in the second half?
Well, it's really good to see New Zealand run with Australia that quarter. It's 12 goals apiece in that second, so still the 5-goal gap from the first quarter. And hopefully if New Zealand can just up that intensity a little bit more, chip away at a couple of these, it'll really rattle the Aussies if they eat into that lead. And we could see a really close test match once again.
That's what we're wanting, isn't it?
Yeah, I think the first one was 13 goals for the Aussies and then 9 for the Aussies. So New Zealand did chip away at that. I see that they've still got the 2 short shooters on at the moment. And nice shot there from Webb.
Listen, as David canters over with the changes, we will get them to you, Whānau. And we have Israel Prince via Toa goal shoot. Kyle Owens moves from goalkeeper to goal defence. Dylan Bartel joins us at goal keep. And one change for Australia, Nash Hosking into centre. And I was saying day one when I saw him, I just quite like how he just cruises down the court.
Nash?
Yeah,
he does. He's a bit of a cruiser, isn't he?
Yeah.
It's good to be able to see like for New Zealand, Prince Vaitoa go from centre into goal shooter. But another big target, like I say, it was a good release ball through that centre. So Hines running centre for us now instead of that wing attack role. Oh, unfortunately, it gets called just as I talk about him. Commentator's curse.
It's a big call. You know, the higher level you go up, the more players do have more playing positions under their belt. But kind of at the underage age groups, they're normally 1 or 2 position specialists, 3 if you're lucky.
Hosking with the chase down. Can't get possession back for Australia, so New Zealand throwing in far sideline. Nice little give go there. Transition through that Australian defence really easily to circle edge, New Zealand. That's great work by them. And the shot.
Oh, great shot by Brian Boyd.
Oh, just drops into the right space for the Kiwis to get possibly another goal on the board.
Yeah, I don't know if I'd be looking to throw high and cross against the 2 taller defenders.
Yeah, Searle comes through there for Australia, gets that ball back for them. They're the opportunities New Zealand really need to make sure they score. Good shot by Webb. New Zealand centre pass, working patiently. Hines with the ball, Dodd in that wing attack role.
Great pop in the middle there. Just again wanting New Zealand to tidy up on their placement, getting that ball into the right spot, away from the defence.
It's going to be called back by the umpire here, even though the shot had gone up.
Yeah, it's been interesting.
I think both players are out.
Where's the mentality? Are you going to pass or are you going to shoot?
Yeah.
Let's see what he does.
He's going to shoot.
Yeah.
Nice.
Makes the count as well.
Nash takes a while to get rid of that centre pass. Ends up going back. And they haven't really moved anywhere yet, Australia. Now crossing the transverse line. And Webb looking wide. Out to Gurmich. Having to go all the way back.
Yeah, Hines with the pick up there.
Yeah, good contest. Hines with the give go. Down court. Just rolls that ball basically. Little mishandle there. And Prince Vaitoa with a nice rebound. Lays it in for his first for the game. Moving from centre to goal shooter. Umpire just smartly calling that back. Hines couldn't really reel that ball in to get us back underway. Dodd central channel. Prince Vaitoa outside the circle. It was a good swing and a good follow there.
Yeah.
Can
Very
definitely
rarely
run
do
for
you
a
see
big,
the bigger
for a
boys
big guy. Can run.
Run across the circle.
Really hard to stop when a guy that big is on the run as well.
Yeah.
And both the Australian defenders, very, very skinny. So, going to have to do the work early, try and stop that drive to start with. Nice, good look into the centre for Nash.
Great pop to the middle. Again, New Zealand needed to box out there, meet the body after the shot, and not give them the chance to run and jump over the top.
So New Zealand again have got the good start. They're 4-3 up this quarter. Just need to keep chipping away. First 5 minutes of this quarter is done, so if they can get another couple over the next 10 minutes, could cut this deficit down at 3/4 time. Great rebounds by Pring, and releases it before he goes out of court. That's a huge jump. Again, the Australians so smart through that central corridor, out wide now. 2 short options, having to come forward. Webb to the backspace. And little give go, circle edge. Waits for the error and puts it away.
Great, second phase here.
Oh,
pick up by Kyle
nice
Owens.
hands. Yeah, just to get hands onto that. Keep the ball in play. All down the sideline now, resetting back through the central corridor. Good pick up there by Jacob Sell.
Really would like Dylan Dodge to start playing central right through the middle for New Zealand. I think that's what they're missing down the thing, a punch straight through the middle just to open up the court.
Yeah, New Zealand on long transition here. Ooh,
Yeah, I thought that
close
might
to a
have
hop
been
there.
Yeah.
Looking wide to Hines.
There we go,
Good
through
cuts
the
and
middle,
drives
much better
there.
for New Zealand. There
That's
we go.
beautiful play, isn't it? And then the swing ball at the end. Fantastic. 5-4 New Zealand this quarter. Long look. Oh, gets it over.
Better
Nash
through the
Hoskins.
middle, good triangle. Just needed to keep his vision there a bit longer.
Ooh, Webb. Very good footwork just to lift that second foot up so it doesn't go offside. Tia now feeding Gurmich, and again refeed, gains a little bit of ground and hits the shot. 5-all Australia ball this quarter. 8 minutes for New Zealand to chip away at a couple of goals here. They have started well each quarter. Oh yeah, there's going to be a pushing on Webb.
I think also it's just a bit of, like I said before, short and straight, home and away, whatever you call it. A little bit of acting to help bring it to the umpire's attention.
There's always a little bit.
Yeah. I'm known to do it myself.
No. Good boxing out there.
Yeah.
Rebounds are going to fall to Australia on the circle edge. Searle, good reach. He's got good long arms, so managed to stay on side while he did it. New Zealand doing well to slow up their transition for Australia, though. Gurmich out the circle. No Australians at home.
Great.
Fines, great work. And Searle, another pickup. So he's got a couple in a row now for the Australians. Just going to set this up back where it was.
Like, you think Kyle Owen and Stefan Swartz look for other people. They're both from Wellington. You can see their Wellington connection on defence, but only looking for each other.
Yeah, I feel like we haven't had a score for a little while. There's been some ping-ponging balls here. Some offensive contact calls up front for the Australians. Some loose balls for the Kiwis down there attacking end. So Hines circle edge, penalty. What can you do with it? Looks in. Nice.
Great hold there, and the finish.
Nice work by him. Going to see some changes possibly. We are. So here comes one of the big boys, Ben Ryan, to go into that goal shooter position. And Gurmich is going to push out. Webb off by the looks of things at this stage, unless any more bibs change.
Yeah, and that's a more familiar lineup for the Australian under-23s from the first couple of test matches. Much better from New Zealand here.
Yeah, I was getting late contact.
Yeah, you kind of feel Joel Owens looking to pull that.
Keeps it in and flicks it up. Beautiful work. 4 straight.
Yeah, obviously shooting straight forward is overrated apparently. You've got to turn yourself inside out.
I just love that versatility though. Run centre in the first half, on and off, and then you go into goal shooter and you've shot 4 straight with the smooth skills of doing it from out of court as well.
Yeah.
Like, brilliant versatility, keeping the Australians guessing about what's going to happen. It's only a 3-goal lead at the moment for the Australians, with the Kiwis potentially about to score here.
Yes, well, they need to pass better options than that last one they just threw if they want to get a goal here.
Yeah, Nash Hoskins and Hines going at it on the circle edge there. Missing, going off the post. So giving Australia possession, and there you go. So Webb is going into wing attack as well for Ezra Tiatia.
Yeah, the Australian coaches obviously knowing that that 6-goal lead's been cut in half by New Zealand. And it could have been 2 goals just then if we had had a...
Certainly could have been. Front spot there.
Great win back.
Yeah. So possession for New Zealand, and they need to look after that. That's all they really need to do, I feel. Just look after their possession a little bit better. High ball. Yes, just with that other arm. Umpire Joe Owen seeing that.
Yeah. The problem with the high ball is that the higher the longer you've got to protect the space for. And,
normally the more likely that arm is to come out. That's right, just to hold that space, hold that play where you want him. Over the top to Ben Ryan. And he's going to leave that for Gurmich to have a shot. He misses. Rebounds to New Zealand. First miss for the quarter. Oh, and they've got it back, the Australians. I didn't see what happens while I was taking stats there.
Yeah, New Zealand just throwing it away, pretty much. Didn't miss much.
So Gurmich makes up for his missed shot earlier on and drains that one. Good defensive work by him too on the centre. Stays clean. There's that drive again. Dodd free. Dodd circle edge. Tunnel ball. And it's Australia's.
Yeah, the New Zealanders not doing themselves any favours by throwing 50-50 passes at the moment.
Outlet. Ben Ryan has come on so far and has just run out of the circle a fair bit. Needs to keep himself in there, I feel.
Well, a pass there through the middle.
Although when Ryan is out, Gurmich can come through and drive that baseline as we just saw then.
Yeah, it's deceptively fast.
Yeah, back to 5 goals again. New Zealand have had their chances. They keep cutting it back and then keep letting it go.
Yeah, not sure what defensive style New Zealand are throwing here. Unlucky. Great foot speed by Stefan to run backwards to pick him up on that short one there.
Nice pop round to all the big bodies standing still there. Gurmich puts another one away. Webb smothers it from behind, but obstructs as he does. Hines gets himself front, a little bounce past the top of circle. Nice short little feed there. Contact on Jacob Searle. Ball's just run away, so we get a little bit of a break here. Chance to have a breath, 3 minutes on the clock.
Yes. Bit surprised on those circle edges that we haven't had a caution yet.
Yeah, there's been a fair bit going on in this quarter, hasn't there?
You can really appreciate the ones that they are getting a hand to because you're on the right side, but some of them are just a bit straight direct to the body.
Missed shot there for the Kiwis. Dodd pulled it in anyway, but it's going to be an offside call, so good chance to reset real quick to Dodd. Short pass to Prince Viatoa, who puts it in.
And Tad Tuffet are really happy with that play there, the coach of New Zealand U23s.
Yeah, a long cross-court ball there.
Before.
Oh, just placed far enough for Hosking on the circle edge. New Zealand doing well to keep all the Australians right there. And this will be a pass or shot, even though it's still an offside call, just because of the caution as well.
Yeah, the ring thinks got to stand out of play.
You won't see too many guys shoot from that range anyway, so they've had to kick it around.
Yes, unfortunately one of the only ones is umpiring the series in Maru Jalamia.
So Ryan gets himself on the scoreboard there with that goal for Australia. First one he's hit since coming on. Nice and patient by Dodd.
Good triangles there. Just want the shooters to get together and work the space together.
Spring gets the tip, only fires the transverse line. pass going to some space.
Yeah,
Contact
again,
on
just the
Frink.
placement missing from the New Zealanders down this end.
Yeah, they've got a whole half of the circle there they could have passed that ball
Yeah,
into,
absolutely.
but brought the defender into it. King boxed out nicely by Prince Vaitoa, who puts another one in as he's heading out over the baseline. It's 2 from 2 of those.
Not as impressive as the last one with the reverse layup.
Australia getting that ball to Hosking on the circle edge. Puts it to the baseline for Ryan, who misses that one, rims out.
I tell you, Safari Hines, you definitely know he played a game of netball later on.
Yeah, there's been some pretty fierce contesting out there. And gets himself circle edge. And
Great
looks
pass,
over.
yeah, great pass, yeah.
Fraction on King. Prince Vaitoa puts another one in. So 4-goal lead. New Zealand centre 30 seconds. Oh, Pring, the
great,
elevation. It's unfortunately out of court. So 25 seconds. If New Zealand score this, they will have cut that lead down to 3. Long ball in. King reels it in with those long levers of his. And they won't want to let Australia score if they can avoid it. Plenty of time for a shot here though. Gurmich makes them pay for that mistake down the front end.
There you have it, Whānau, the end of the third quarter. 35 leads 30, Australia over New Zealand. And we will join you in a moment after the quarter time break. Ngā haere mai ki Pulman Arena, Takanini, South Auckland, Aotearoa. Thank you for joining us for the third and final test of the New Zealand under-23s between Australia and New Zealand. What are your thoughts going into the last quarter, being only 5 goals, Steve? What do you think it's going to take for either side to secure, or for New Zealand to come back?
Yeah, well, if New Zealand want to come back, they're just going to have to look after that possession. I still think they're getting a lot of ball. Haven't been taking stats on it, but they've got enough. I think they just need to score. Australia have done really well to actually put on a zone, which is a bit of a New Zealand thing, and also play some one-on-one at times as well. And they've just probably got enough ball back to keep it at this level. So, you know, this 5-goal margin was really the quarter-time score. So 2 even quarters. New Zealand now, maybe a few changes, a few fresh legs, see if they can run it out and put a bit of pressure on. Anything can happen in these games, that's for sure.
Absolutely. And that'll help New Zealand's cause. Australia have been called for a step. See what they can set up. No, they have to go backwards.
And they don't need to get all these goals back straight away. There's plenty of time on the clock, so
yeah, absolutely.
A couple every now and then, and you know, they should be sitting pretty towards the end of the game. Scoreboard pressure is one of the most intense things in the game of netball.
Yes, only if you look at it.
Yeah, if you're oblivious and you don't know, do you?
That's how I would go into the last quarter, being down whatever. I would go 0-all and everything's a bonus.
Just pretend like you're winning.
Yep, absolutely.
And keep playing.
Oh, good layup there. Been a huge difference with Waitawa coming on into goal shoot for New Zealand there.
Yeah, so New Zealand have done the work. They've got themselves the score on that first turnover, and that's going to be contact. So they get the chance to score this one as well and score the first 2 of the quarter. That'll put them in good stead. Yeah, front ball ignored. Oh, rebounds. Going to go to New Zealand? No, it's going to be out of court.
Just too flash. Almost gave his own player a buzz cut with that ball.
Unlucky to get that call.
Yeah.
Australia looking after it through the middle of the court. Webb in wing attack now popping out. So long range, you'd think that would get dished off. It does. And Ben Ryan popping forward on the 45 angle. Bang.
Yeah, and another opportunity gone missing for New Zealand.
Webb now on the sideline near us. Kicks it all the way across court. Good swing ball. Opens up Ryan at the post and hits another one. 2 in a row.
And again, Australia filling the middle in the goal third here. New Zealand really needed to punch through like they ended that last quarter.
Great shot there, 2-all this quarter. Gurmatch pretty much unmarked there, and Vandervelde, who's come on for Nash Hosking as well. Pretty much unmarked on circle edge, a couple of easy feeds.
Yeah,
Ryan misses that.
You can see the New Zealanders wanted to come out for those intercepts, but there's no outside pressure from the New Zealand midi defence.
Yeah, there's time to have a go and overrun and a time to get yourself back in behind play and really try and block up, make things as hard as possible. Yep. Here, short, shooter to shooter, nice work from circle edge. They can do this, New Zealand. They certainly can. They just need to really value and get in every contest. So just contest as much ball as they possibly can all the way down court without being too expensive in terms of contacts and penalties.
Yeah, absolutely.
And maybe stop Ben Ryan because he's hit 3 goals now. See if they can put a bit more pressure on him. Ryan's nowhere to go. Backtracks.
Yeah, that centre pass came back to the centre 3 times just then. Way to punch the middle and beautiful swing.
Oh, offside.
Yeah,
good footwork error there. Knew it too. Australia nice and patient through that zone.
Great tip there by Stefan. And again, New Zealand defence just sitting on the top of the second, allowing the Australians to pass the cut right on top of them.
Yeah, so that's 4 goals now for Ben Ryan. He's having a big impact down there this quarter, converting everything he gets. And Gurmich again, uncontested, and that's a contact call. So Gurmich with a chance to convert the work of Ryan. And he's going to box out nicely, so walks that in.
And it's danger time now for New Zealand. 10 minutes to go and the score's out to 8.
Raw Searle nearly comes through. Gets a tip on that one. Gets a tip on that one.
Yeah.
Obstruction on the way though. So King trying to do well. And it's going to be called and set back up. Where's the space here? No, shot goes up. Rebounds are contested by Pring. And Haynes has to go back again. Again, a lot of work here from the Kiwis. Finally opening it up on the far side. There's that work they need to do. Get that first ball in and then look shooter to shooter.
Yeah.
Boys with another one. 6-4. Australia with the chance to go 7-4 and extend their lead. 9.5 to play. Good drive. It is out too far
Great
though.
idea. Probably just needed a bit of backspin on it so that the ball sat just a bit longer in the air, because the gap was definitely there.
Yeah, it was a good drive. It was good vision.
Right, yeah.
Just a little bit of execution. There's another New Zealand dip off here.
So if any of you are watching that have a business that would love to sponsor New Zealand's men's and mixed netballs, hit the Facebook page up and let us know.
Always looking for sponsors in netball, aren't we?
Absolutely. Either side of the ditch would be grateful for any support for our sport.
New Zealand now working out wide. Oh yeah, that's going to be a replay, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Again, that's why I just need to keep that ball up so we can hit hands to hands and Searle on transverse line. Pring looks long over the mess. Nice work by him to Webb.
Yeah, Australia
to
using
Vanderbilt.
great depth and width on that play.
And a little offload, cheeky offload to Ryan under the post. Hits his 5th of the quarter. So Ryan's gone from shooting 1 of 2 last quarter, 50%, to 100%, 5 from 5 this quarter. It's really helped the Australians extend this.
You can see Israel's basketball prowess coming in there with his arms up to screen that one, unfortunately.
Ooh. Oh, nice work, and manages to stay on side too. Some very quick footwork creeping in here by both teams. I'm surprised there haven't been a few little hops and steps called. And nice defence by the Australians there.
They're looking up at the ball handling.
And yeah, contact call on King there. So Pring doing the work on Vaitoa at the back. Not able to be effective though. Boris gets another goal. 5th one in this quarter for the Kiwis. Not going to be enough though. 7.5 halfway through this quarter. They need to stop Ryan.
Angle that they could have got there, the New Zealand defenders. I think they're just too closed off on those Australian shooters. They could come off the body and have a look at those.
Have a bit more of a run at it, yeah, I think. Yeah.
The cross angle,
I agree.
cross circle passes.
It's very hard to stop those big bodies when you're body on body. It just leaves too much space.
The last thing you want is wait for the last line of defence.
And good work there by the 2 Kiwis in the circle, working well to take that rebound.
Here we have an injury time.
So some defensive and attacking changes as well. So Brown back on for Ryan and Nathaniel Wood on for Rob King. 7-goal lead, 7 minutes. New Zealand going to have to work real hard to get a goal a minute back from the pretty slick Australian unit. Oh, great work there by the Kiwis. And again, great second effort from that last line of defence.
Yeah, and like the first one, Kyle followed it up and Lachlan was appealing to the umpire for the call. Unfortunately, in all our years, I don't know many umpires that have
ever changed their mind.
Calls. I know many that have advanced though.
Nice cut and drive there by Webb to get himself circle edge.
Great inside positioning. Yeah.
Pulls it in. He's the one they've got to make sure they score. Lions back on circle edge. Some big bodies clashing in that circle.
Great pulling there.
What a
great pulling.
Those very quick reflexes too to get up to that.
New Zealand just having no urgency to return the ball back. When you're down 6 points, every second counts in the last couple of moments.
Yeah, absolutely. Only 5 minutes 40 left on the clock. Still need a goal a minute to get this back to going into overtime, let alone winning it.
Yeah.
So we are very close to seeing a clean sweep of these tests by Australia. But considering their first win was 13 goals, New Zealand have definitely taken it to them over their second couple of games.
And unfortunately, this team's only had a couple of days together before the series.
Yeah, it is tough getting players from all around the country together.
Absolutely. And still fantastic, regardless of the result. Fantastic to have a series happening here in New Zealand. Seeing as how the last one was 2018 in Adelaide.
And it was in Adelaide, in my hometown. And like I said, good to see such tight contests as well.
Absolutely.
13 in the first, 9, and now
I think the
only
last
6
time
here.
the under-23s played, it was not even worth mentioning how close the scoreline was. So it's good to see New Zealand be in touch with Australia in this series.
Absolutely. Dodd now working short, no other shooting option. Nathaniel Wood putting on a lot of defensive pressure.
Yeah, his fresh
on Prince Vaitoa there. Fresh legs on.
Yeah.
He's only got a few minutes to play, 4 minutes in fact. So I'm sure he'll do as much of that work as he can, and he's very aerial as well. Oh, both Australians taking each other out there and ending up on the ground.
Nothing worse than realising it's your own,
it's your own player.
Yeah.
Too hot in the first test, there were some big clashes too, as players having a fly for everything. A couple of Australians taking each other out.
Hiapo behind, and then
Preen getting a good little pick up there. Oh, and equally as good down the other end of the court, turning it back over. Hines heading off.
Yeah, really
after calling time now.
Surprised with that one.
Maybe blood as well. I see some paper towel coming out on the bench. So the score is 0 blood noses to Australia, 2 to New Zealand.
Yes.
Coming off second best in some of these clashes, the Kiwis. And they're looking for another play to...
Yes, I think they're a bit of triage mode at the moment.
Yeah.
And everyone knows Test 3, last quarter, no one wants to be going on in centre.
It's only 4 minutes though, so can't see who it is yet. Alright, so we do have 7 New Zealand players on court. Hines still holding his nose, so a fair bit of blood there.
Yeah, I was surprised that it wasn't called for a offensive contact, as we did have the same thing happen earlier in the quarter. In the game, rather.
Ball with Brown now, under the post. Oh, the elevation, can't quite get there though. He hits that shot for his second of the quarter. Long look to Webb. Yeah, draws the keeper out. 2-on-1. And the option there is to Brown. That's a very long ball. Nice contest by Gurmich. And Brown puts it away. Crowd very right to call for the hell ball there. It was very long.
It's one of those almost needing an hourglass moment.
Having to go back.
Twice in one passage of play.
Whoa. Long ball from transverse line to transverse line. Just keeping it from going over a third. Australia doing really well here in the last few minutes.
Cross-court swing.
The problem is for New Zealand, they don't have any time.
Yeah.
So the longer that ball takes to get down there, the harder it's going to be to win this game. Webb right into the pocket, goes all the way back to transverse line. Tia, who has come on.
Yeah, unfortunately, as he turned his foot went into the goal third.
Yeah, has made the mistake.
Got
the offside. umpire Joe Owen allowing the New Zealand player to get that ball. Jack Vandervelde can't quite pounce on that loose ball. So I'd like to see New Zealand score a couple of goals here and just cut this down. It's 8 goals, I think, at the moment. It was 9 in the second test, so they can improve again if they can score a couple here.
The hasn't seen and trying to point to. It's finally seen it. Maybe even a Velcro company wants to sponsor us. It'd be great.
Yeah, or I don't know, a button company or a zip company or something. I don't know. You got to get these bibs to stay on somehow. Poor hands there from Pring. One of his few mistakes for the game, to be honest. He's played some really good D.
Really, isn't it?
He's played some amazing netball. And New Zealand can't quite
rule the last 90 seconds for New Zealand to finish strong with their, body language is gone, shoulders have dropped, heads are down.
Nice take there.
Strong.
Good look into the circle. Oh, nice little short. Walks it in. On the way down, though, is the call there. So tending. That means it'll be a free shot. And Wood gets up as well. Now both of them are standing out. And
just showing us their impressive verticals.
Good look, nice and direct down the centre corridor. And back again to circle edge. 40 seconds left here to play. And nearly gets a hand in there for the Australians from Nathaniel Wood, but mid-range shot. Pring can't quite get the timing right. It's a little bit too close. And another one. So New Zealand have got the last couple on the board through Boyce, which is good. Made this 5-goal game, so even quarter again. 20 seconds left to play, so 3 even quarters. Australia only winning that first quarter. It's fantastic
effort.
effort.
The difference of a good start.
Yeah, absolutely. How important it was. And a footwork call there, unfortunately. 10 seconds left to play. Gurmich, Brown can't pull it in, so it will be an even 3 quarters here by the looks of things, with time coming up right now. Amazing game.
And there you have it, Whānau. Australia securing the Trans Tasman Cup with 3 victories over New Zealand. First game 58-45, second game 50-49, and the last game being the closest of all, 46-41. Final thoughts on the game, Steve?
It was an amazing contest over 3 quarters. Just a little bit better start from the Australians. They wouldn't say blew them away, but they just got that 5 goals and then managed to maintain it, even with all the changes from both teams. Kept nice and consistent. Good to see how competitive New Zealand were through those final 3 quarters, though.
Who would you throw out there as one of the MVPs of that last game?
Pring for me. I think he only made really 1 or 2 little errors in driving through transition ball. Did so much good work in defence. But yeah, a lot of good work from a lot of players out there. So maybe Pring from Australia.
Yeah, I definitely think Pring was definitely up there for me as well. There you have it, Whānau. The end of the 23s Trans Tasman Cup 2022. Australia taking the score. The series 3-0. We'll see you shortly back for the mixed final game at 5 p.m.
Joining me is player Callum and coach Brian. Tell me, 3 games, 3 wins, how does it feel?
Yeah, really good. I think our boys, credit to all of them, we put the hard work in through the months after April, and yeah, the results are shown.
Yeah, definitely. And as a coach, you must be very proud of all 3 performances.
Yeah, we are. We're super happy to get all 12 athletes on at greater than 50% each for the tournament is an awesome effort, and it's a credit, as Callum has said, to those players. That they've put in the work and they're able to do that, and our depth is so strong. Just want to say, big shout out to the New Zealand team. I know that they've been hit by injury and that hard work, but they really took it to us all the time, which is why we're here and which is why we like the rivalry.
Absolutely. And Callum, there's been a lot of support from people back home. Tell us what that means to you.
Yeah, it means a lot. I think I'm one of the boys in the team that sort of haven't got family over here. So yeah, it's a credit to you guys for doing the live stream, and yeah, so our family back home can watch us and support us. So yeah, thank you to everyone at home. It means a lot.
Thank you. Well, thank you so much for coming over. I know it takes a lot of effort, a lot of dedication, and huge amount of organisation. So a big thank you to you, the coaching, the management staff, all of the under 23s for coming over, competing. Great ambassadors for the sport. So go well, travel safely.
Thank you.
Cheers.
We wanted to be on the other side of the result. It was the same difference at half time as it was at the end, which tells me that it wasn't our second half that let us down today, which was a good sign. But yeah, tough loss.
Yeah, and Taz, you must be very proud of how the team, they were trailing the whole time, but very much stuck with, narrowed that gap at times as well. What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, absolutely. I think that they played really, really well to come back on quite a large deficit. It's just the small stuff, the little errors, the speeding up the game when it's not really required. It's just that that top 2% that sort of did it for us today. But they didn't give up. They did come back. We didn't start as well as what I was hoping, and that kind of put us on the back foot. But they did a great job coming back, and we have closed the score since the other 2 days. And as I said, they all stick together, play with heart, and you can't ask for anything more.
Absolutely, there was no shortage of heart there, and quite a number of changes as well. We saw the likes of Izzy and Shoot. What tell us, what was it like, despite all those changes?
Yeah, I think Izzy came out and did a real good game for us. I think it's his first game going out at goal shoot, and I don't know, definitely a few years now. And I think everyone that came on into a different position, they came on and did what they were asked to do, and we can't ask for much more when, they just give the heart and effort that we're wanting out there.
Absolutely. And Taz, any final words?
No, just really proud of the boys, as we said. This is day 5 together. Imagine if we'd been together since April and what we could have put out there, So for being together, having 3 trainings and 3 games, they've done exceptional. So really proud of them. Proud to be their coach.
Absolutely, and we're incredibly proud of the team as well. Getting better and better every game. So didn't quite get there, but huge heart, and should be very proud.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Cheers.